Mind the gap.
The digital divide is the gap between those of us who have access to the internet and computers and those of us who do not. Some of us can get into the ever-growing world of technology. We have the skills, resources, and economic ability. Some of us do not. The gap is too wide. We are left standing on the platform.
Poverty and the digital divide are closely connected, as families and communities with limited financial resources often struggle to afford reliable internet access and up-to-date technology.
Often it was hard for them to get to school, go into the classroom, sit down, and think about the test that was in front of them when, they were facing real external challenges. They spoke about issues around food security, around mental health and wellness, knowing that they wanted to talk to somebody about some of the things that they were going through and not knowing where to start. Even simple things like, how do I get to school when I don't have the funds and I don't have a bus pass?
And I actually dropped out of high school because it was hard to go on my classes and be cut in and out, and not being able to upload my assignments. So as of right now, I haven't finished my high school. So in order to finish my high school, I have to go off reserve into own sound.
COVID-19 had a significant impact on marginalized groups of students, such as those in special education feeling a lot more loneliness or isolation, students with limited access to space and technology, as well as those from low-income households who didn't have access to internet.
Six-year-old kindergartner Tony Rodriguez doesn't have a computer at home, and he and his parents struggle with English language instruction.
Difficult because we don't speak a lot of English. We don't know English. And for him, he only knows Spanish. So when he starts school, it's difficult for him.
6-year-old Connor is partially deaf and too young to read closed captions on Zoom.
He relies pretty much on myself or my husband sitting with him.
Tony, Connor, and Sparrow's stories show that students with limited educational resources or special education needs face challenges with online learning. This can impact their self-esteem, making them feel discouraged or frustrated. Despite progress since COVID, many students, especially those in special education, Indigenous communities, or low-income families, still struggle with access to technology and support. These barriers continue to create educational inequities. Broadband is a high-capacity data transmission method that carries multiple signals in various types of traffic simultaneously. It is estimated that 46% of rural households and 30% of First Nations communities have the recommended download and upload speeds. Furthermore, the lack of internet server providers drives up prices. In 2019, the Government of Canada allocated $1.7 billion in the budget to fund the development of broadband infrastructure for all Canadians. The goal is for 95% of Canadians to have access by 2026, with full coverage for 100% of Canadians by 2030. Educators should intentionally teach basic computer skills to students and their families. This ensures equitable access for all students rather than assuming they have prior knowledge about technology. Schools can partner with local libraries to offer workshops and ongoing support. By prioritizing digital literacy, we empower students and families with essential technology skills for success. Educators should work collaboratively in their school and community to connect students and families with technology recycling programs. Schools can promote technology donation bins and allow students to take school Chromebooks home as needed. Educators must use multimodal teaching and have a print-rich environment with diverse resources. To reach all caregivers, they need to communicate in multiple ways. Schools can connect with families through in-person events, printed out newsletters, and posting information online. Schools can also partner with local Indigenous groups to have in-person or online streaming of powwows and posters advertising local charity events. Educators must provide opportunities for all learners to be involved, use universal design for learning, celebrate student diversity, use place-based learning, and involve communities surrounding the school area.